We got 5 boats ready to go. This is the second round of racing here at the 2026 Apollo Columbia Cup. It's our second race with this new race format. And you know my comment here after what happened in Heat 1A with the 2 boats jumping the gun. We got fruit salad going on here in our heats now, and suddenly we have the 2 BWR boats in the same heat together. We have the same boats, the strong boats, in a heat together. Whoa, Nelly, Katie, bar the door. I told you earlier, I said I'd like to be in on those strategy discussions.
Yeah, and I never would have thought we would see the 27 in the middle right now. You know, how he ended up in the middle of this entire fleet is just unreal. So the fastest boats right now on the outside, you look at the boats swinging out towards the water right now. The first boat away, the U12 Graham Trucking.
He is away from the dock. We are inside 5 minutes. We're at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. He is the first boat away, he being Jeff Bernard in the U12. Right behind him comes the U27, the Miss Apollo, the U1, the BWR Racing. There is Gunnar O'Farrell. He's away from the dock. The only boat that is still there is the U11, the Miss Flavor Pack, and Jamie Nielsen. He will be out shortly. Dustin, buckle up. Mackenzie, buckle up. We're going racing. Hang on, this is going to be fun. Coming up on 4 minutes, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, still waiting on Jamie Nielsen, and there he is. He pokes the nose of that beautiful yellow and blue Miss Flavor Pack. Brand new corporate headquarters right across the river from us, a beautiful new building over there. Right now, Jamie's not thinking about that building. He's thinking about sandwiched between Jimmy Shane and Andrew Tate. If he wants to know where the competition's going to come from, Dustin, he's not going to have to look very far.
No, not by any shot here. I mean, they're all around it, really, to be honest with you. Like we said earlier, that U12, that's a fast race boat in its own right. I mean, he has a very raceable boat, and he's got a great lane in lane number 2. So I expect big things out of Jeff Bernard. That U11 Flavor Pack, I mean, it has shown us incredible speed today, and Jamie has stepped up to the challenge. He's showing us that he's a great driver. You give him some boat speed, he can make something of it.
New little piece to our starting procedure that our chief referee, Jonathan Abbott, said at the drivers' meeting yesterday morning. Everybody, when they come out of the pit area, has got to cross the start-finish line once at speed, and everybody is checking that box right now. We've already had 4 of them across. Here comes Jamie Nielsen. You're looking at him as he flies. The 11, the Miss Flavor Pack.
Yeah, coming up on 3 minutes here. 3 minutes, all of them jockeying for position, trying to find their own timing marks out there. You know, Jamie left the dock a little late. That might be strategy. He might have a certain point he wants to be, and he wants to stay away from everybody to make sure that he controls his own destiny. It's really easy to get wet by somebody, lose your vision, and fall off the pace, and then you're in a position you don't want to be, and you got to dig yourself out of that hole.
2 minutes and 35 seconds, 2:35 to the start. Again, the lanes have already been decided. The lanes have already been decided, so there's no fighting for lanes. Gunnar O'Farrell's going to be in 1, Bernard in 2, Shane in 3, Nielsen in 4. Andrew's going to be on the outside. I look across the river up the backstretch. The first 2 boats you see, those of you on the live stream, that is Jeff Bernard on the left. He's supposed to be running in lane 2. He's there. Gunnar's supposed to be in 1. He is there. So the boats are starting to get staged up where they want to be. And trailing the field slowly up the backfield at the backstretch, Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate obviously set up for some top-end speed here. They're geared for top end. He's going to make sure he hits the line wide open as fast as he possibly can. That's the hardest way to make a start here, on the outside, wide open. If there's somebody here that can do it, it's Andrew.
But remember this morning when during our qualifying session, he came out and ran 3 really hot laps, and he was as far outside as he could get. He knew he was going to be shoved outside in these prelims. He was out there in the first heat. He's not out quite as far. Well, yeah, he is too. He's all the way on the outside. So if there's somebody who's got good marks out there, it would be Andrew Tate. $120. 120 until our start. We're going to go 3 times around. It is Heat 2A of the 2026 Apollo Columbia Cup.
Yeah, Tate definitely did his homework, and he used that time this morning, that very, very valuable water time. He didn't use it quite for qualifying, but he got his money's worth by getting his timing marks where it is right now.
1 minute. 1 minute to the start of H1 Unlimited, Heat 2A. Bernard is off the corner. Nielsen is coming up. He's the fourth boat coming off the corner. I thought maybe that was him that was second off the corner. No, that is Gunnar O'Farrell. He's in the lane he should be. Jimmy Shane pulls up alongside those two boats. You can see him on the right side of the screen in the spray. That's the Blue Miss Apollo. He's supposed to be in lane number 3. He is there. Here comes Nielsen with boat speed on the outside. He will slot into lane number 4. Look at Andrew. He's got it hooked up and rolling. They're moving up there, Dustin, at 25 seconds.
They are. They're right on their marks. They're going to hit this one fast. This is going to be one to watch. Gunnar Bartels in lane number 1. You've got the 12 in lane number 2. They're deck to deck.
13 seconds until the start. It's about a 12-second run off the top end. Well, they are inside 12 seconds. Time to put the hammer down. They are inside 5 seconds. They are 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, I think it's legal, and if it is, Andrew Tate just nailed the start, Dustin.
Clean start from the referees. Clean start. They're legal. Let them race.
Unfortunately, going down there to the corner, as good as that start was for Andrew Tate, Jamie Nielsen was back trailing the field, and he's really having a tough time down there. So is Gunnar O'Farrell on the inside. But it is Jimmy Shane going to come off the corner first. He's got the lead up the backstretch, but you can barely see teammate Andrew Tate. He's in second place. He is right outside Jimmy Shane. Then it's Bernard back in third, and Jamie Nielsen running in fourth. Top end of the race course on the first of 3 times around. It is Jimmy Shane from lane number 3. He's got to leave room off to his left, and he will for Jeff Bernard. Where's Andrew? There's Andrew Tate. He will come up, but Jimmy Shane in the Miss Apollo. Man, oh man, has he got speed? Has he got speed, Dustin Eccles?
Shane leads him across right now. Tate just on his outside hip, but the surprising factor for me right now is Bernard on the inside. He's not far back, Rooster Tail and a half, but here comes the 11, the Flavor Pack, looking for some clean water, hoping to make something happen. He needs that position. Bernard wants the points. We'll see. They're starting to get close here.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for Jamie Nielsen because he's really running in the slop. He may have to go out a little bit wide, but he's going to pull up very close to Jeff Bernard as they come off the corner. He needs those third place points, but it is Jimmy Shane, Andrew Tate not going away, staying in that right side rear view mirror, Dustin. He's making sure Jimmy knows he's there.
Tate's reeling him in just a little bit. He's a half a Rooster Tail back. Deck to deck, though, third place. Flavor Pack pulls up right alongside of Jeff Bernard on the outside. He's going to lead Jeff Bernard into turn number 2. They're side by side, Brad.
Yeah, they are indeed side by side. Now Bernard is going to be on that inside lane. Where is Jamie going to go? He wants to say dry. That's tough in there. He's right on Bernard's hip. Holy cow, they were so close together. 2 up and 2 down for Jimmy Shane. 2 up and 2 down for Andrew Tate. But this race for third's not going away.
No, Jamie Nielsen leaving Bernard exactly 1 lane. Jeff Bernard doing a great job of keeping him in that lane, but he's not getting any help from Jamie on the outside. And Jamie's really pushing hard. Jamie pulls ahead by a very small margin right now, but he's way outside. Bernard on the buoys.
Bernard is on the buoy still, coming off the corner. Jimmy Shane got about 3/4 of a Rooster Tail on Andrew Tate. It's still Jeff Bernard, but now you see the yellow nose of Jamie Nielsen come off the corner. He's got to stay out and get some good water. He gets in that slop in the corner because of the 2 boats out in front of him. He's got a tall order, but he's starting to open up a little bit of water, Dustin.
Yeah, he's got the top end speed. He showed us that all day long. He's got the top end. Get the clean water. Keep Bernard in the slop right now. Bernard's doing all he can, though, just trying to keep that boat on the water right now, and he's doing the best he can to keep it on the buoys.
Here comes your leader and your apparent winner of Heat 2A at the 2026 Columbia Cup. It is Jimmy Shane in the Miss Apollo. Teammate Andrew Tate will come home in second place. Here's the race for third. Jamie Nielsen is going to get him. He's going to get Bernard. He nipped him by a couple of boat lengths, Dustin.
What a race. What an absolute race. I mean, that's exactly what we expected to happen. I think the only thing that was a little bit of a surprise for me was the 11 was a little late on the start, and we spoke about that.
Yep.
You know, if you're in that position and you have fast boats on either side of you, you've got to be there at the start, and it just made it that much harder for Jamie to pull out that third, but he did it.
He painted himself into a tough situation there because he was trailing the field when he went down there, and he was between those 2 guys, Shane and Tate, and that's a tall order. As we look up to the top end of the race course, and here comes our U21, the Spirit of 76. The Beacon Plumbing presents the Ronald McDonald House. They will come down and finish in 5th place.
Yeah, Gunnar made a great run. You know, he had the inside, but unfortunately just didn't have the boat speed to stay with everybody through turn number 1, and then he found himself in a really tough position because you have so much boat speed and heavy, you know, wakes on the outside. There's just no way you can hang with those guys when you're a little bit late.
Okay, so we just got the word from the officials upstairs. Everything is clean on the water. Now, we typically get 2 responses from our officials, and that has to do with number 1, which we just got, being clean on the water, meaning nobody jumped the gun, nobody cut somebody off, nobody's going to get penalized for veering out, etc., etc. Everything is clean on the water, so if Jimmy Shane were to pass inspection, he will indeed claim the 400 points that he just got unofficially in the Miss Apollo, the U-27. Second place to teammate Andrew Tate in the BWR Racing, the U1. He would pick up an additional 300 points. U11, Jamie Nielsen, those were a hard-earned 225 points. He had to get around our 4th place boat, the U12, Jeff Bernard in the Graham Trucking, who picks up a $169. And then Gunnar O'Farrell in the Spirit of 76, the U21, he will come home and pick up 127. Again, unofficial results. The boats have to go through tech inspection. I say let's just throw some gas in them, some fuel in them, throw them back in the water. Let's do it again. And we are getting ready momentarily here. As soon as I get the signal from our director here, I understand our Danny Rogers will be standing by with Jimmy Shane, the apparent winner, and the winner at least on the water. In fact, yeah, we can see her there on the screen. She's talking to Jimmy down there. Jimmy, I think, has the hard hat off. Are we ready to go? She's ready, so let's send it down. Danny Rogers with our apparent winner, Jimmy Shane.
Jimmy, in this heat, Andrew Tate got off to a hot start right on the get-go, but then on the backstretch, you really took the lead and you never squandered it. How did you manage to stay ahead of the rest of the pack in this one?
Yeah, I mean, having a lane inside of Andrew definitely helps. Anytime, I know how fast that boat is, so having 2 lanes inside of him is even better. But that was because of a mistake that I made earlier in the day. So I think I think the starting procedure is working out just the way we had planned it and hoped it. And I think there's been some really good races today, side by side, and I'm hoping that it just keeps going that way. Yeah.
You mentioned the starting procedure. You jumped the gun earlier in the day. How much is that a part of just your mental every time you step into a boat?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's always a lot of pressure on us as drivers to perform, but we're human. At the same time, we're going to make mistakes. So I'm actually happy that happened early in the weekend. I'm happy that I gave myself time to adjust, and we did what we needed to do to change our marks and change our mindset. And it showed that heat. I mean, yes, Andrew had a little bit of a jump on us at the start, but we were right there, and we were clean on the start. And that's that was my goal for that heat, was just get a clean start and then see how we stacked up with 2 really fast boats on our outside.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Oh, real quick. Can I say happy birthday to my dad? It's his 74th birthday today, Stu Shane, and he's here celebrating today. So I just want to say happy birthday to my dad, and then hi to my boys back home, Hudson and Colton, because I forgot to do that last weekend.
We appreciate you. Hi, family.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jimmy.